Hello, Twitch, and welcome to Wednesday night with the Meta Is Futile. We are streaming Lost Mines of Phandelver, but for us it's Monday night because we're not able to actually stream this on Wednesday night because of scheduling conflicts. So we have pre-recorded this session to bring it to you on Wednesday, but it's actually Monday for us. From the past.
Again,
Ooh.
proving that we are the most accurate D&D group out there. Scheduling conflicts.
The meta is futile. Well, how about time itself? Time itself is futile.
The meta is a scheduling conflict.
The meta is a scheduling conflict, honestly.
Sounds
It's
true.
just D&D. The meta of D&D is scheduling conflicts. But
It's not my schedule for once.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this one's me. So
that's okay. We had to postpone it because we were going to start last week, and then we had to postpone it for my schedule. And then
now this week we've got a slight conflict.
Yeah, but that's cool because we're not postponing it. We're just pre-recording it. We're thinking ahead. We're being resilient. We are streaming. We are going to be playing Lost Mines of Phandelver. Last session we had our nice session 0. This is the first session, so there is no recap. I will be your DM for this campaign. We're actually gonna have Trit as a player. Give him a little bit of a break. Let him experience the trauma that he gives to us.
I'm terrified.
You shouldn't be.
Should be. Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm lulling him into a false sense of security. Obviously. So yes, welcome to the Meta Is Futile presents Lost Mine of Phandelver, which is my rewrite of the entire module. So if you are here hoping to see a vanilla Lost Mine of Phandelver, you will be
You are in the wrong place.
That's
sad.
not what we do here.
We're gonna do better. The twist with this game is that we have limited ourselves to only using things from the SRD. But everyone has one special secret not SRD thing. That could be a homebrew thingy or something from the player's handbook. And it's up to you guys to see it and let us know in chat when you spot it, and maybe clip it too, maybe if you want to do that, and then like and share and subscribe and tell all your friends so that they can come and see it too. Drive that engagement up, please.
Please click us. Please click.
Please click. We'd really appreciate it.
Would you click me?
I'd click me.
Would you click
Come
me?
play with us while we play.
Come play with us while we play.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say phrasing. We're still doing that, right?
Yeah, phrasing.
Yeah, good.
So, now then, are we ready to start?
Ready when you are.
Alrighty.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
It is.
Let me pull y'all. Let me actually put everyone on the map. Crapoly. I'm a good DM. I am prepared, I promise.
It's all right. We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right. Here we go. So, our adventure begins with me getting a Discord notification and a reminder of a thing.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. This is fine. This is good.
The googly eye back.
The googly eye is always there.
It's never going to leave.
It's never going to leave. It's a constant.
Please never take it away.
We're just gonna do this one.
Googly eyes are in the SRD, by the way. My source.
Googly eyes are in the
trust me.
SRD. It's
Good.
My source is trust me.
Trust me,
Trust me,
bro.
bro.
Trust me, bro.
Yes.
Okay. Our adventure begins in Waterdeep. That coastal town that is rich with merchants and nobles and such, and you all find yourselves at a little tavern called the Merciful Strawberry that is not too far from the outskirts of Waterdeep itself. You have all accepted you have all come across a notice of a job by one Gundren Rockseeker, who is looking for an escort to a town called Phandelver, which isn't too far away. And one by one, you come to the bar, come to the tavern. I want to know how your character enters the tavern, etc., all that good stuff.
Well, I would assume, Kelsus Langsall is probably talking to Aster about one way or another some sort of magic.
Right.
And so it's not necessarily the warlocks that I have a problem with. It's necessarily the I don't hate warlocks. It's just necessarily, it's more of like a magical agreement, kind of like a a business handshake. It's sort of like that, around that realm.
It's a bit more binding than that, but
Well, of course, there's obviously all sorts of different things that are going into the aspect of the magical deal. Let's call it the art of the deal. And but to be fair, it's another realm of magic. It's another sort of manifestation. It's through an agreement, some sort of terms that you and this entity have negotiated. So it's in its own.
It's how much of it is, as it were, unspoken. You never know completely what you're signing up for.
You never know what you're signing up for, and there's always any contract is going to have some sort of demands, some sort of lines of code that you got to follow and abide by. Not saying that all of them are bad. You can get yourself in a sticky situation should you not necessarily read the terms of the contract, but it, in and of itself, in a very distant way, is still some semblance, in some sort of coincidental fashion, still in the same realm of magic you and I participated.
Right. I mean, it's still magic, but I mean, it's not like your own magic, and it's not something you've learned. It's something you've been given.
Exactly, but you still have to be able to use it. You still have to be able to channel it. It's this. I'm necessarily no. There's a lot of still grey area because a lot of it is dependent on the situation.
Will not
So-
stand for this warlock slander.
Right. I was gonna say, like, you're really signing up for Rose to have it out for you from the
I
get-go.
see. Never mind, Trit. You will not. You will not experience the trauma. Rye
But-
will.
But he just is going on and on about schools of magic, the different realms of focusing and manifestations and everything. His usual spiel.
So Kane and Rissy and Maxwell, as you all are chilling in front of the tavern, which is small but homey, nice little roadside tavern, nice little last stop before you exit the city proper and get on the road. You see this odd, you see a dragonborn, a blue dragonborn, and a pink-haired half-elf approach
Rather loudly.
rather
Stage.
loudly.
Rissy is sitting on Maxwell's shoulders. Boy, howdy, and I thought we were the weird ones.
Mm-hmm. Maxwell is standing tall, a tiefling, though he keeps his horns covered by a floppy wizard hat that he found, with the top of it's kind of torn off. He's got that kind of tucked over his horns. His tail is hidden underneath a traveling cloak. He just kind of watches with gold eyes as these people approach and kind of listens a little bit to Rissy and kind of just nods. Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy, you talk a lot. I can hear
Well,
you
he
all the way
does,
from
but
up
he
here.
does have a lot to talk about.
Apparently.
Yes, well, a lot of different discussions going on, a lot of different things.
Hmm.
Important ones, promise you. But I wouldn't want to talk your ear off.
Chatter more than a drunk gnome.
It's a colorful expression. Have you met many of those?
I'm small folk. You know, people tend to get us confused. I've seen my fair share. Been around.
On the other hand, it seems like that that Phandelver with you is not particularly talkative.
Not really, no.
Yes, well, he does seem a bit stoic.
Just a little bit.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just.
It's
I mean,
fine.
it's a very captivating atmosphere around you.
Captivating? Depends. Depends on who you ask. So, are we, Hey, Max, let's go in. She just kind of, she's got her arms resting, like, on his head, just kind of leaning forward.
So were you waiting for anyone out here, or
Walker
you just
inside.
were enjoying the fresh
Joe
air?
Horsey. Kane, any reaction to this eclectic group?
Nice. Too busy just watching birds.
That's fair.
Hey, Max, put me down.
Mm-hmm.
Harry?
Just take her off, set her down on a chair.
Preferred by anyone. As you all walk in, the tavern is fairly bustling. You know, it's about dinner time, so if I can get my tokens to work, that'd be great.
Excuse me for a sec, Max. I'm gonna hop down. She's gonna hop back down out of the chair, and just pitter patter, just kind of patter right between these two. Go back out, and just kind of poke Kane in the leg.
He probably just turns around and just kind of confused. He doesn't see anybody.
Down here.
Hi.
You gonna come inside? Getting kind of getting about time for dinner, ain't you? Or you see something out there? She's just kind of pointing and gesturing.
Let me just.
Just probably just points to just birds.
Birds. Protect him.
Right.
Birds are nice. I like to hear them sing. You coming inside there, or are you gonna stay out here?
I mean, I guess I can go in.
Gonna be awful lonely. Be awful lonely out here if you stay out here by yourself. As she starts just kind of patting back towards the door.
Well, I'm used to that.
Now you see, Esther, this is a work study. This is fantastic. Getting out and seeing the
Taverns?
world.
I don't know what studying you were doing back at the university, but I'm not sure if the taverns are the most conducive to research.
Oh, hang on.
Not to research, but to understanding your surroundings.
All right.
Getting to
Well,
meet
what
people.
do you understand about these surroundings?
Well, clearly we've just met a very charming duo over there, the halfling and the one with the interesting hat.
Don't suppose he's a wizard too, do you? I mean, that's certainly a wizardly style, if you can call it that.
It's eccentric, I will say, but everyone has their eccentricities, and there's nothing wrong with being eccentric.
No, of course not.
Y'all mean like you?
Yes, exactly.
Go.
I would say, like, are you eavesdropping? But it's kind of hard not to, I suppose.
There's a minstrel in the corner who's playing music that doesn't.
Nah, fella.
Hey, we recognize that.
For you guys, you know.
Nah, fella, you're just loud. That's all.
Oh, yes, I know I'm loud. I know. It's a bit of a habit. I have very talkative sort.
The bard's gonna go around, perform, and such. You gotta approach.
Just mind if we sit here? Might as well converse together if you're going to be listening in on our half, anyways.
Ain't
Maxwell-
hard to do when ain't hard to do when, the whole tavern can hear you.
Max is just gonna gesture to the seat next to him.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Okay, I was gonna say this. Like, all right, I guess we'll each take a closer seat. There we go.
Name's Kelsis. Kelsis Lansing.
And I'm Aster.
Well, good to meet y'all. Say, I'm Rissy, and my
Rissy.
taller buddy here. This is Maxwell.
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 All right. Nice to
I
meet you
think that
both.
is a fantastic hat you're wearing.
Yeah,
Really
he found.
fits your style perfectly.
Say, I met he was wearing that when I met him. So
This one did YouTube.
no, maybe not.
meet.
This one's a bit newer, but you know.
Oh, so you're a collector of hats.
Mm-mm.
Not really. Ain't really. But, you know. Got that fairer skin helps keep the sun off him so he don't sunburn.
Ah, yes.
See, it's a bit light. Yeah, I could see that being a bit of a problem. But yeah, so I guess how did you two meet then?
Oh, we just well, back in the big city, I'm going around doing my thing, doing the odd job here and there. He comes in, stops by in the alley I'm hanging out in, and we just kind of stop and chat, and then
Chat, really?
yeah, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Take it he was a bit more talkative then?
after a minute or two, but then I told him, hope you can keep up with me, and I showed him to a nice little tavern, and we spoke a bit about our histories and who we are, and well, here we are. So how long has it been, Max?
Reckon a couple
Let's see.
years.
Yeah. We've been going about town to town, not staying for too long, but around.
What about that gentleman that you invited inside? Is he not going to sit with us? And she just kind of gestures over to the half elf that's sitting across the room.
Actually, I don't know him.
Oh,
But
you just
excuse me.
just invited. Oh,
Never,
oh, no.
never met a stranger. That is the
Seriously,
mentality
can't
to
be-
take.
You can't be running around just talking. Okay, there she go. Never mind.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your friend is very outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
Never met a stranger.
Mm-mm.
Excuse me, buddy. Me again. She's just gonna stick her hand. She's just gonna stick her hand out to him.
Hi.
I'm Rissy. What's your name?
Hey.
What'd you say?
Kane, can I help you?
Well, no, but you want to come sit at the bar with the rest of us? Cause make some new friends. See, just kind of. I don't know. I don't really get the whole wanting to be lonely thing, but I'm kind of gregarious. They call me sometimes.
I mean, it's not wanting to be lonely. It's just I don't know you.
Well, come on and get to know some of us then. She just
Kind of like a confused look from him to everyone else. It's just like
POV, you're an introvert being adopted by an extrovert.
besides, with it being about dinner time, good meals always better with good company.
I mean, I guess.
We seem pretty. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know those other two that well, but you know, me and Max we're fairly good company, I think. she's just gonna. You're welcome to come sit with us, and just pat her back off, and then clamber up onto that stool.
Actually, it's not that high a stool. In fact, it seems to be more for people your size.
Perfect.
And that's because the barkeep seems to be a halfling herself. A red-headed halfling.
Red-headed halfling.
Mm.
We're gonna go with middle. Don't mind me, just. Kane, are you going to take the invitation of the weird halfling who?
We're just confused.
It's fair.
She's gonna
It's
keep
like,
talking.
okay, you don't know the rest of them. Friendship doesn't just happen that way usually. That's a hostile man.
They're all gonna. Like, as you pass,
Okay. Close her eyes.
as you pass that table,
Like a
Kane,
woman. Too hostile.
you.
She's
Kane,
Hostile
you took
bard. Hostile barkeep.
hostile.
All of
Bard's
them are
hostile.
All of them are gonna look hostile. Kane, you took the job like flyer thing, right? Or something.
Probably.
As you pass this table, your passive perception's probably high enough, right?
No. It's 10.
No, never mind. Just kidding.
Oh, the passive perceptions in this are all.
Its passive is lower than Quentin.
Oh, honey.
Guess what are our respective passive perceptions? That might be good to know. Mine's 13.
10.
10.
Woof.
13.
Oh no.
Oh
Is
no.
that our best ones?
Maxwell plays. Nope. Okay. Well.
Because Kelsis talks all the time.
I guess the ones with 13, which is Rissy and Aster.
Yep.
Okay. Neat. Sorry, I'm doing stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely not pulling up a menu to or anything. Nope. So,
Esther will just glance over as like Kane takes a seat like 2 seats down. She'll just like wave, but like won't bother him anymore. Just turn back to Reese.
the halfling
He's on the
bartender
other chair. What are you talking about?
will approach. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Merciful Strawberry.
Fascinating name.
Hate to meet the vengeful one.
I assume it has a story to that. I mean,
you
I can't hardly imagine what a non-merciful strawberry would be like.
It might have a story to it, but it's been in the family quite a while, and I don't really remember what it is anymore.
Yeah, it's
Grandpa
fair.
was drunk.
You know, knowing my great grandfather, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would track.
Dinner tonight, for starters, is our bread bowl, jerky
Ooh.
strips, or some potato skins. We've got
Hmm.
chowder stew, and we've got braised beef. For those feeling a bit more adventurous, some pan-fried frog, or just some
Huh.
duck.
Oh, a bread bowl sounds lovely to me.
New experiences define one's life. I'm gonna go with pan-fried frog.
All right, I'll be interested how that goes for you.
I reckon we'll be hearing about that, won't we?
Probably.
Well, we just seem to be jumping at the opportunity. I appreciate that. That's a good quality.
Jumping.
You know, within reason. I think I'm just gonna take one of them bread bowls too, ma'am.
Alrighty.
I'd be mighty pleased to get the braised beef, please.
Absolutely. Let me log back into Forge because I accidentally. And you, young man down there at the end?
Something that's not the frogs.
I told the chef that it wasn't a good idea to put on the menu, but no. They're like, no, it'll work really well. It's like, okay.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it as an option, unless you made a big bowl of it, big like a cauldron or something.
No,
How many
I won't let
frogs
him
do you
do that.
need?
Unless he was really angry at some frogs.
I don't quite know.
trying to-
I don't
Well,
know.
I'll
I mean,
be
they have
one
to
of
be
them
really
that could-
big frogs or just a lot of little
I mean,
ones.
giant frogs do exist. Like,
I mean, you should see the size of some of the jumpers back home. They're pretty big.
Yeah, they're also really small.
I've read how big some of the adult
Ah,
ones can get. It's
see?
the
You get
actual
so
size-
Reese, you've actually seen these large frogs? I've just read about 'em.
Ooh,
I mean, I
can
ain't
you-
seen no giant ones, but you know, and she's gonna hold up her hands like she's holding a like something that would be about the size of like she's holding a chicken.
Oh, giant! Yeah, that's not a giant frog. That sure is a large one.
Ooh.
What variety did you say that was? And she like takes out a notebook and is like starting to write that down. I bet Reese's just completely exaggerating this, but
I mean, I just called them jumpers, but you know,
jumpers.
that's just frogs.
Well, I mean, you gotta call them something, and I guess sometimes names are just pretty descriptive.
I mean, sometimes I heard my cousins call them boar frogs, as opposed to a
Boar frogs.
bullfrog.
Okay, that has a bit of ring of it. Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, and they're big, scary frogs. That adds up.
I've heard many
Some of
things about them. More the local location, they're more regional, but
Some of them real big ones, they bite.
oh yes.
Bet you wouldn't expect that from a frog, now would you?
I mean, they do have big mouths, but I mean, yeah, does it hurt if they bite you? I mean, they're just. Do they even have
Boar
teeth?
frogs
I haven't
do.
actually taken a close look at a frog.
Boar
Depends on
frogs
frogs.
do.
Some of them have teeth. A tooth.
You will
It's a
take
tooth, more of a
your-
spike.
She will take your orders to drink. There's ale and cider and some wine. I know this group loves wine.
These character have no trauma associated with that yet.
Yet.
And after a little bit, she will bring out your food. She will also serve another table before you all with about the same amount of food. This table here, and for those of you guys with higher perception, which I believe was Aster and Rissy, you will notice that this table is like set out nice and neat. It's got like a tablecloth. There's only two gentlemen there, but it seems like they are prepared to keep more company. And you will recall that your job listing flyer gave the description of one that would fit these two gentlemen.
Sorry, VC. I guess. Excuse me. She'll get up. Hey, Kelsey.
Yeah.
I think that's the people for the job, like right over there.
Oh, you reckon?
I think so.
Sorry, must have gotten so caught up in the discussion. Apologies.
Yeah, we gotta attend to some business, but we'll be back. It was nice to meet you again, Reese, Maxwell, and she just kind of like looks over to Kane, but he wasn't introduced. So she'll just kind of like do a like wave, like trying to think of his name, as like just walks away.
It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you all. I hope to see more of you and your fantastic stories.
That's not you.
Rishi's gonna kind of just. Oh wait. kind of elbow.
Oh, God, why we're
Max.
here?
Just kind of elbow Max.
Hmm?
I think think them the fellers. I think them the fellers we that job flyer.
Reese, you
This
taking
is
jobs
such a
again?
great meeting of the
You're
group.
taking
No.
Did you tell
We took.
This bodes well for our future.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?
I don't think so.
Well, okay. Well, that's fine. She's gonna start rummaging around in a pouch or under her sash or something. Just here. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Just gonna take a look at the flyers. Whatever you think, I guess.
Okay.
And
Okay.
while everybody else is distracted, he is going to eat his food really, really quick. Just horf it down.
Max, don't choke.
Hard
Come in.
Yeah.
You distracted me.
one.
I was focused. You distracted me. I should use that one for Alonwe later. All right. So who is approaching the table?
Yeah,
Excuse me
I'd
for a
like
sec. I'm gonna go.
Kelsey. Go first.
Now,
Careful.
gentlemen,
She's gonna hop back down and just kind of.
I must request that your assistants, we received this flyer, as he's holding it up, received this flyer, meaning the description the place of the meeting and the description of the people to meet. You gentlemen seem to fit the description.
Yeah,
Talk
we're
with
here
chance.
for the job.
Oh, wonderful! And the two gentlemen are a dwarf and a human. The dwarf, you can't really tell his age because dwarves are just like that. But the human does seem to be an older gentleman. And the dwarf is like, "Oh, wonderful! Yes, right." And he's like standing up, but he's standing up in his chair to like be on eye level with you, to hold out his hand. He doesn't wait for you to extend your hand, he just takes it. Gundren Rockseeker, at your service. Thank you so much. Sit. Eat. We've got food. Yes. Your friends
Kelsey's
over
Lane.
there.
Kelsey's Langsel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
And I'm Aster.
Your friends over there joining us. Yes. And he'll turn to
Oh,
Rissy.
Aster will like turn to like see
Yeah,
Reese.
she's,
Yeah,
she's just
Reese's
standing
here
there being quiet, waiting.
too. Oh, did you get the flyer too?
Yep, and in my lack of foresight, I forgot to show my friend until just now. So,
Wait, what did he think
Friday.
you were doing then?
what?
I don't know. I
Oh.
just assumed he'd like if you all were traveling somewhere. I guess was he not that curious about where you were traveling?
We just travel.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fair. I guess in a way we're kind of doing that too. I had expected Kelsey had more of a plan when he proposed this journey, but
We're out to get experience, so the flyer
well, yes,
you
but
mentioned some sort of
the principle of the matter is sound. It's just that we're lacking in the details, which is why we found this job.
exactly. That's why we're here to find out the details. You can only put so much word on a flyer. So much you can write in a book. There's very much limitation to the actual context of situations which you can provide.
Rissy's
That's
just gonna
meaning-
stick her hand up to the dwarf just for a handshake.
The dwarf will climb down from his chair to be more on eye level with you, Rissy, and shake your
So
hand.
fucking master.
Good to meet you. I'm Rissy Swift Mist, and my friend over there, that one with the hat.
Oh, I was about to say it's a coincidence. We're all here for the same thing, but I mean, I guess it kind of makes
That's
sense that we would run into each other since we all had to come here for speed.
That's Maxwell.
Excellent. The more the merrier. Yes. And what about
That feller over there,
what
I
about
just
the
met
green
him.
fellow?
That feller over here, over there, I just met him. He, Hey, buddy. Mr. Payne?
Payne is over here like, please. I just
Pain.
wanna
Okay.
eat."
Yeah. Aster will pick up the name there.
It's probably just like the thing. He's just got like a face full of food and just again, just like confusion. He's like, what?
You happen to be here for a job too?
It just thumbs up.
Gundren is gonna walk over and just be like, "Oh yeah, no, come over here." Yes. We have more than plenty of food. Eat your fill, and he's gonna grab Kane's plate.
Okay.
Oh no, you took the puppy's food.
Right. Oh yes, I suppose I was thinking we were
The-
gonna go
the
back there,
hu-
but yeah, I guess I can grab our food.
The human is
People are
like
weird around here.
the human is like massaging the bridge of its nose, like, oh my god, here we go.
Yes, I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
big old
necessarily
bucket.
taken the food he was actively eating, but suppose it's fair game.
Oh, don't worry, we'll have food and drink coming all night as we can. So,
Chrissy's
the-
gonna take her food and bring it over here as well. Max, come on.
Is there any wine?
sure, there's wine. There's like a whole bottle on that table with several glasses that are
We're just gonna pour a tasteful amount.
tasteful.
Careful,
it
Kelsey.
goes-
we know
it
how
goes-
you are.
It'll go nice with the frog legs.
Oh, you got the frog legs. Good choice, I think.
Yeah, how are they?
Well, time to find out, I guess.
Oh.
Now we're all sitting together.
They're pan-fried strips of frog legs in garlic sauce, and they're on like a bed of bread and leeks. Very, very good presentation. Probably a little too good for this place, but you know.
The chef wanted to try something fancy.
Well, you can't say no to a little bit of culture.
It's like culture of a swamp, maybe.
Culture nonetheless.
I don't know what's wrong with
Mm.
a couple of fried chicken taters.
The braised
chicken,
pork,
yeah.
the braised beef is also in a
Abs-
garlic sauce. It's served over mashed potatoes with a helping of
Garlic, I mean, who
asparagus.
See, there you go. You got your asparagus, you got your taters, you got your
Asparagus.
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 Frog is often said to taste like chicken and also fish. That is gross.
Oh, that's a combination.
Yeah, frog legs are weird.
They're weird.
Yeah.
Not
I had 'em
mine.
once.
I mean, I guess if you think about that, kind of makes sense. You know, what with them being amphibious,
Like,
it's
again,
going to be
they're just
somewhere
so
in between
small.
the two.
They
It was a.
them big ass invasive frogs is because those escaped.
they
But
taste
The-
the flavor of chicken with the texture of no.
That's the thing.
No.
It's the
Yeah.
flavor is there, but the texture is
The
just
texture is weird.
and the it's the mentality too. Like, these are frog legs I'm eating. What am I eating?
This guy could have been singing "Hello, my honey."
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
But I mean, then just like what
Hello,
about that
baby.
species of
Hello,
frog that
my
just like
honey.
breaks its legs just to have like little knives?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep.
That was the thing.
That's
Sure
terrifying.
is a thing. They break their little froggy fingers so that they can have finger knives.
hmm
Mm,
It's terrifying.
Horrifying.
mm.
All right, there you go, Rose. New monster idea.
Well,
Exactly. I mean,
it's not-
essentially, yes.
It's not bad. It's new. I will say that. It's
It's not bad, but you're not saying it's good either.
You can
it's a texture thing. It's
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
somehow
don't dragons just kind of eat whatever they find, anyways?
now that is a common misconception. Not all dragons eat everything.
Yeah, he's also not a dragon. He's a dragon born. It's a bit of a difference.
Born of a dragon sound like a dragon to me.
I mean, it's
Me and my
Yeah,
parents
it's okay,
don't
he
eat-
gets it.
We
like
still-
your parents weren't literally dragons, Kelsey. So, like,
No, my father was a silversmith, for goodness sakes.
dragons
There's
can't
silver
be,
dragons, ain't there?
dragons can't be silversmiths.
Sounds very
Don't tell the chef that you didn't like it, but Elkus is fine.
No, the taste was there. It's the frog part that. But however, it's a great learning
The pan
experience.
fried is good. It's the frog part that's bad.
Well, reckon I might not want to introduce you to shower oysters then, huh?
What now?
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, sometimes I met a couple of dwarves call them mountain oysters, but they're down where I'm from, just shire oysters.
Yes. Well,
Oysters.
You
Elkis
guys have
from
oceans
across.
down there?
don't think
Elkis
about it too
from
much.
across
Don't
the
worry
room.
about
Like,
it.
God, I would
Don't worry
kill
about
for a Shire oyster. I don't serve them here. Can't find them anywhere. Chef won't make them.
It's food important.
My fault. Sorry. It's bringing that conversation back.
The bread bowl that those of you who ordered it are served is it's served in a bowl of wheat bread, and in it is a sort of stew with small chunks of pork, dumplings, and onions.
Oh,
Ooh.
this is good.
Normal food.
All right, Reese, I think we chose well.
I agree.
Christy, you would recognize this as this is definitely halfling food.
Oh, which by default just makes it good. Like,
Mhm.
Oh man, it's like a little taste of home. Sometimes I miss home.
oh, how long you been away from home?
Let me count.
Yeah, definitely got
Let's see.
homesick myself, but I mean, have to leave home. You can only do so much back there. It's a whole world out there to learn from.
Oh, let's see. It's been about 10 years.
Oh, wait, you haven't been home in 10 years?
Not really.
Like, geez, I mean, I'm not planning on moving back home, but I'm planning on at least visiting more than once in 10 years.
Oh well, I mean I visited, but I ain't.
Oh, okay,
Stayed home.
okay. But that's all I meant.
But yeah, just hopping around, doing this, that, the other.
I like this silent conversation going on between Ryan and Britt.
We're feeling.
Oh.
What are y'all doing? What are you
Don't worry
doing?
about it.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
for a
it.
second, I thought you were about to say the silent conversation between Kane and Maxwell.
No.
Oh,
People are just stuck on why is it so hard to import seafood?
Right.
It's not that hard to import seafood. It's hard to find a halfling that's worth a damn making it. Says Elkis in not Elkis's voice because I I don't quite remember the voice I gave her, which is works well with her character, I think, somehow. Are y'all good?
I know what I said.
Jeez. Anyway. The food is definitely, the food and wine is definitely plentiful, and Gundren will introduce his friend. Right, this is my associate, Sildar Hallwinter. He's a fine, upstanding fellow, known him
I was
for
about to
years.
ask which one was the dwarf and which one was the human, but then I saw the last name, so yeah.
He's a fine, upstanding fellow. Came out of retirement as a personal favor to me, which I appreciate to no end. Now your little job will be very simple. We've got a cart, you see, of some supplies that
Right.
that we need taken to Phandelver. So what's going to happen is that we're going to leave tonight, just to make sure that the tonight maybe closer to dawn, just to make sure that the roads are clear, and then you all will follow behind us with the cart. A few hours later, just when you wake up, just whenever's
Oh,
most
so you're
convenient.
not traveling with the cart? You're traveling ahead?
Yeah, well, we're going to travel ahead just to make sure that the roads are clear for you all.
Seems
So
backwards.
you're trusting us with the car to cargo, huh?
Well, for 50 gold pieces, I figured y'all might not
Yeah,
make
no.
off with it, you know?
Yeah, with 50 gold pieces, it's
50
pretty
gold.
good.
It keeps the honest ones honest, yeah.
Yeah, just get it right to Phandelver. 50
Fine,
gold
if you're
pieces
gonna
yours.
check to see if the roads are safe and what you need us for, I assumed you needed us to guard the cart.
Well, we do, though the roads around Phandelver have been a bit rougher lately. There's some,
Yes, I have been reading that.
There's some gobos, you know, making trouble.
Oh,
No problem for you all, but worth just a once over first, just to make
Mhm.
sure.
sure,
Wouldn't it
sure.
make sense to send us first?
Oh, because you all will be guarding the cart.
Okay.
He's backwards.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of.
Hey, I mean, you're the one paying us. And if your plan's fine.
If you
But
want to die
I-
first, that's fine.
But
If you want to die first, that's fine.
I ain't a planner. I'm a doer. So
Well, and I assume it's going to be easier for them to get away from any trouble since they won't be with the cart.
Exactly. And we'll be able to double back and let y'all know if any trouble does happen.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
reckon that works.
makes it easier.
Yeah. So you all will be delivering the cart of supplies to my pal Barthen in Phandelver.
Righty. All right.
All right. I guess what can you tell us about this Phandelver place?
Oh, it's a lovely place. It's a mining town nestled right
Okay.
in the mountains. Gorgeous hillsides, rolling forests. I'm definitely not trying to look at the map to figure out what the landscape is or nothing. God. Oh, it's nestled
it.
right at the edge of the Sword Mountains. Lots of valuable ore. And then, on good days you can even see the sea at the right angle.
Huh. Is it awful? Does it tend to be awful cloudy or foggy around there or something?
But if you get high
depends on the
enough,
day?
depends on the day.
All right. I wouldn't know. I'm real close to the ground. I don't go up that high.
Well, you were a bit higher when Maxwell was carrying you.
Yep. That's about as tall as I get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like
Hey,
going
you're
much
up,
high
alright, go to the
myself,
moon. Why wait?
we like underground first.
Ground's good. Real
God,
solid.
I'm
this
just
is-
going.
knew I should have tried to study Goblin, but I was busy learning enough other languages.
Why would you want to talk to a goblin?
I don't know, maybe just get them to not attack.
tell you- That's no, because if you talk to a goblin, it's going to lead you somewhere, probably into a trap.
Or you.
When has a goblin ever led someone into a trap?
Like I heard of this lot who went to an island and then got led to a hydra. By this little
Nuh-uh.
goblin. fella.
No way.
You don't say.
Right.
Wait,
No
wouldn't the Hydra
If
eat the
you-
Goblin?
I don't know. I heard it from some tiefling fellow. He was purple. I don't remember his name.
Oh my god.
It seemed to be a tall tale, but it seems like something a goblin would do.
Oh, and let me guess, there was a walking skeleton.
How did you know?
I mean, that was completely by guess, but
I mean, I'd work in the same fever dream.
Same here.
And y'all must get around. Hearing these tall tales like that.
You know,
I
when-
I don't know what you reckon, Max. You ever met a purple tiefling?
Don't meet a lot of tieflings.
Yeah, they're not terribly common.
Mm-hmm.
and your folks are adventurers. Maybe there would be maybe you'll probably find other work in Phandelver.
Yeah, I'm always looking for more work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of
Yeah, we could use another place to do some jobs.
mhm. I might have another job or two once we get to Phandelver. If you fancy sticking around and going on a little expedition,
Oh, an expedition?
fancy a little bit more adventure.
What kind of expedition?
Reckon, depending on the nature of it, doing good for the folk and all that.
Well, there's an old lost mine somewhere around there, and
Does someone lose a mine?
right, like that's just irresponsible.
Well,
No.
some,
Certainly didn't happen under the Rock Seeker watch. I can tell you that much. We know where all of our mines are.
Or is it
And
lost
knowing-
to something?
You see, that's a good question. Fantastic question to be asking.
I
What?
wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, suppose we can hear more about that once we get there safe and sound.
why is everyone's everything so low? Why is all your passive
Oh.
junk so low?
Because we're level 3.
Because we're level 3.
And we're either not optimized or optimized weirdly.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's,
For context, chat, I'm used to starting at level 5. I haven't started at level 3 in a while. I'm used to starting at like level 4 or 5.
No, yeah, I'm not sure a couple levels would make that much of a difference. Like, what level does the proficiency bumps up? Like,
I don't know. We're gonna do a prodigy. We're gonna do a thing. We're gonna just roll a that.
Yeah, proficiency bonus goes up at level 5.
I think we're all pretty squishy too.
We sure are.
Oh, very much squishy.
Oh, you guys will be fine. It's just some
Oh, yeah.
goblins on the road. I'm sure you can handle it.
Goblins ain't gonna be that much of a problem. We'll be able to handle it easy peasy.
Well,
Right, exactly. And he's gonna fill your glass up more with wine. This guy's got it.
I mean, I don't know. Reckon
Wasn't
reckon they're
done.
about on par with me, for height's sake, but
I mean, height isn't everything.
Doesn't
As-
mean
Yeah,
we're on
right.
the same level as him.
Aster and Maxwell.
Uh-huh.
With y'all's is passive and what he rolled. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you kind of get the feeling that he's not telling you the whole story.
Oh. Oh no.
But he is very boastful, and by the look of it, he's good for that 50 gold pieces. But
Okay.
there's
Well,
just
that's
a little
important. That's the important bit.
there's just a little something that's off.
Nothing's up.
Perhaps it's that he's being too generous and too.
That's a good point. It's like, what would like a reasonable fee for that distance of protecting be? I mean, taking into account that apparently there is a higher concentration of goblins than normal.
Well, he also didn't say he implied 50 gold pieces each as well.
He implied that, yes. I guess now I'm trying to think, did he state that
He
specifically?
didn't because I forgot to say it.
Hmm.
But
no, I
Right.
kind of zoned out there for a minute. That was 50 gold each, right?
right, yeah, 50 gold each.
Right.
Of course.
each.
Got to make sure to compensate you all.
Or,
Well,
There's
land
some-
sakes.
Rissy, there's some sort of complicating factor here that I missed out.
Oh, he's very
Uh,
straightforward.
I mean, he said there was a higher concentration of goblins around, but
Yeah.
other than that, I don't know.
No, I didn't do some goblins. That's all right.
Look. I understand, 50 gold pieces each. That's a lot of money. You might think that there's
Mhm.
something more to the game,
Nope,
so
you
to
said it, not me.
speak. No, but look, I'll show you. I'll show you that I've got.
I mean, I trust that you'll tell us everything we need to know. Because I expect you want this cargo to get there in one piece,
I do.
and therefore
So-
us in one piece with it.
Exactly. Here, just to show that I'm good on my word and all that, I'll give you lot in advance. Just a little bonus, and he's gonna kind of rummage
Alright.
through his through like a bag that he has, and he's gonna pull out a sack containing a few magic items, which I didn't
Oh.
write down. So whatever magic item you feel suits you, almost like you picked it at the beginning of the game.
Right. Well, how about that?
Just some things I have procured on my business ventures. So
Right.
one for each of you.
Oh, thank you kindly. Aster, I'll
Half
pick up
half
a
now, half
headband.
later, so to speak. You get that cargo to Phandelver in one piece, and
Are you like
Right.
a few days from retirement or something?
he is.
He came out of retirement, he said.
So here's where I'm a little confused. we expressed concern that the price seems a little steep. Seems like we're getting a little bit too much for the work we're putting in, a little suspicious. And you just sweeten the pot further. Now, wait, Reese,
Yeah, Max.
is that
Say Max. what?
normal? Am I off the mark here? It could be off the mark. I think I might be off the mark here. Never mind.
I mean, you seem pretty on
No,
mark to me.
it's a little odd, but I mean, again, like for this pay, like I mean, I'm not really complaining.
This is
Look, I
it.
just want to
I'll
make
admit to
sure.
being a bit curious, but like,
Look, I'm just saying that when y'all get to Phandelver, if you guys stay around, stick around, do a couple more things for me if you are so inclined. That might be, might be more incentive for y'all to do it.
yeah,
You caught
I mean,
me. I
sure. I
want
mean,
all to
if
stick around.
all the deals
Sounds
can
like
be just good, like,
This is like
I
one of
have no
those
problem with that.
long-term engagement sort of things where you try to hook us in along. Nah, I'll be all right with that. That's fine. Just,
Couple more,
Right, exactly.
be all right.
You
couple more
caught
jobs
me.
like this. Couple
I mean,
more jobs like this, I might be
so-
able to expand the grimoire.
So long as we can, so long as we're doing good and helping people, I'm with Max on this one.
The folks of Phandalin would welcome some adventurers. That'll be good. Always love to see new faces in town.
Mhm.
But as the night wears on, he'll just. Crap.
yeah, I think
have
it's
not been
not
keeping
that
time.
big a town, right? Just you said just a mining town, right?
Oh yeah, just a mine in town.
Yeah, no, yeah, those
Few
sorts of places
stores, one
always can use
city.
some adventure and help.
There's a little orchard.
That'd be nice.
We've got a shrine. Not everyone has a shrine, but we've got a shrine
Trying to what?
of
Or
luck
to who?
to
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Esther. The orchard sounds good, but the shrine.
Demora, the goddess of luck and good fortune. Because we're miners, we want to make sure that we strike big.
That makes sense.
Right.
Might be a good start.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, at least if we're checking out the area.
Grab some more notes and everything. Be a good start. We could sketch it out and
And if not, folks like yourselves need an easy job every once in a while, right?
Easy jobs are nice, but that does. I mean.
Yeah, and there's easy, and then there's well paid. It's just that it's the combination that's rare.
All right, I'll be straight with you all. The job to Phandalin is the hook to get you on the hook for the long-term engagement.
Okay, so sort of like what Mock
Alright.
was saying.
Right, exactly.
Right. Okay.
But we're not exactly. We're not signing up for the long haul necessarily.
Oh,
You're just
no.
trying to encourage us.
Yeah, once you get there, if you're so inclined to stick around.
Rissy's gonna kind of look back to Max, and just kind of tilt her head, just kind of, almost like she's asking if he thinks all this is pretty well in order, and because she's kind of thinking a little bit something about the way he's wording stuff.
X is gonna kind of look down at her, and he was in the middle of shaking the decanter next to his ear, kind of gives her a closed-mouthed smile. He's kind of sort of smiling. I reckon we'll be all right. Rissy, we'll make a good team.
Yeah.
He's gonna wander off to the bar.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I reckon as long as
Okay,
there's
we'll
nothing,
happily.
reckon as long as there's nothing underhanded, then everything will be all right.
I think Gundren is gonna turn to Kane and just be like, "What do you think?"
I mean, it sounds like you want to die.
Well,
Better you're on your way to it.
Well, it's getting late. I suppose we should
You know
head
what?
in for the night
That's
if
a
we're going
good
to.
question. So, like, what does happen if something happens to you all, though? with you
Oh,
going on ahead, like
so
Kane's
long as
saying.
you get it to my associate
Right, your associate.
in time,
What's
he'll
his
make
name
sure.
again? Start with a B.
Bartran?
Bartran? Okay.
Bartran?
Barthen.
Barthen.
Bartran. All right, so yeah, so what you're saying is we shouldn't wait up for you. We should just go straight to your associate in Bartran.
Right, my associate will be will square you away.
No, he's not there no more.
Alrighty.
Talking with the other tiefling who's offering him drink.
He wants empty bottles.
Okay. It's a bit odd.
Maxwell can ritual cast ceremony and make water into holy water, and he has a decanter of endless water.
He just wants a bottle. Okay. How many
Oh,
empty bottles?
just one, just one, and if you don't mind, a glass of wine would be very nice too.
Okay. She's going to go over to the wall and grab an empty bottle and a glass of wine for you. It's a. Is he a wine connoisseur? Does he know anything about alcohol?
I don't think so. No.
It's the label is a barrel with a little E on it. You know. She's like, right. This is my family's personal label. Tea. Did I call her tea barrel? I think I called her tea barrel.
Yeah.
Oops. Tea barrel. You know, you'd think that we would do tea, but no, we went into alcohol.
Well, a noble halfling profession, if I do say so myself. He'll take a drink of it. I don't know that he would know quality wine from
Cheap box wine.
from
Cheap
box
box.
wine.
He would be familiar with halfling wine. It is certainly good halfling wine.
Well, that is just a delight to drink. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much.
Can I buy a bottle of that for the road, please?
She can. Of course you can, honey. I don't know where her accent is.
Apparently,
Around.
apparently didn't start with any gold, so this is gonna have to be a little.
Oh,
Oh.
it's fine. We'll fudge it.
We'll fudge it.
I meant to give you guys gold. I forgot. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
mean, you start with some based on background. And
Yeah, you
stuff.
start with some based on background.
have,
but I'd
like,
like to start
roughly
with
10.
you guys with like actual gold.
I forgot to fill that part out, so.
Oh.
Oh, Gundren's gonna you're a proprietor over there, Gundren. You work for him, right? He let us know that he's going to cover all of the expenses, so to speak, for.
Well, that's my nice. I didn't even know him for today.
Yes, he something about taking good care of his business partners.
For partners?
Dwarves.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But Gundren will after a while, Gundren's after hearing something about dying. Sounds to me like you. Kane's gonna be like, sounds to me like you want to die, and there's gonna be just a beat, and Gundren's gonna be like, well, that is our. Oh, it's getting so late. We should get to bed, Sildar. You know, just
So freaking weird.
okay.
We'll lean over to Reezy and it's just like, so yeah, that's he's expecting it.
You all have a good night.
Yeah, I think that's enough of a weird reaction. Could we actually roll insight on that? Say, no, we always
Risky.
don't roll it when we should.
You guys
We
can
probably
roll
should have
insight,
early.
that's fine.
Oh well, no, this is fine.
Risky-
We're being well
Risky
paid.
would like to try.
This is
Aster,
fine.
Roll
that's-
insight.
I mean, it might have
Wait.
been a weird reaction, but that was a weird thing to say.
No, that's yeah, exactly. Like yeah, it's like of course
But
he doesn't want to think about
Risky
dying.
can
He's
also
not going
try,
to
yeah.
actually die. Like yeah.
Risky would also like to insight.
Rissy can also insight.
He's just like giving away a lot of his possessions. He's talking weird, sending us ahead with his cart.
Rissy, he seems to be on the up and up. It seems like he was just kind of taken aback by pain. Perhaps he was hoping for some like, yeah, this is fine, totally. And then Kane was just like, "You're gonna die," and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna leave now." But Sildar will finish off his drink and give you all a very distinguished sort of bow before headed off. And these two will. There is some lodgings. It's just not on the map. We're just gonna pretend like there is. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a weird question, but he was acting weird first.
I don't know, Mr. Kane. I mean, he seemed all right.
And you're not wrong, but I mean, you can't,
I mean,
you know,
some of the wording was a
question it
little
too
weird,
much,
but
right? Yeah.
These two down here.
I mean,
But again, I mean, pay's good enough. But I mean, like, I'm curious too, but like, I don't need answers right away.
Let's see, who all is looking in the bag?
Might make it. Wait, what
on
bag?
the what?
The bag. He gave you guys like a bag of magic items. Who all has looked in the bag?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh.
you know, Esther had picked something out of the bag. It was like a
Rissy has.
Else
too.
is,
like a little kind of headband or circlet of some sort. It's like, oh, this looks nice.
It's so
Ritzy.
perfect, and you know.
Rissy
excellent
has
for you.
pulled out a little jar of some sort of thick, mixture.
Oh. So
Like
what's
some
that?
boots.
How big was this bag? Like, as we pull more items out of it.
Decently sized bag.
Okay.
No, it's a sack.
You picking something out, Kelsey?
oh, yeah, no, I'm good. We'll save it for later on.
You sure?
Oh, I've got plenty of magical items.
Right, so yeah,
Access to.
if they just left this
Alrighty.
bag here, I mean, I guess I'm out of curiosity, like, she'll just like look in the bag and see if there is a thing left in there for
Go
them.
ahead and roll an investigation for me.
Oh,
Because I
Okay,
haven't made
free
you
bag.
roll a whole lot, so why not?
I mean, if he's
Oh,
if he just left it here,
shoot.
you know.
this is
You
probably
did.
gonna be free loss because I assume we're not attuned to our item yet.
Nah, that takes a day or however
Right?
long.
Yeah, so this will be free
Yeah,
loss
it's
from
1
this.
Oh,
So
God.
24.
Damn.
Rissy, what do your half elf eyes see?
mhm.
Rissy, at the bottom of
No,
the bag.
Aster, not
Or
Reese.
Aster,
Is
I'm
the-
so sorry.
Mhm.
Aster, what do your half elf eyes see? Aster, at the bottom of the bag, kind of between your circlet and a pair of boots is a key that has the handle part of the key looks like an anvil, and the key looks very old but like well maintained. It's one of those old like antique keys, but it's not rusty or anything.
She'll take it, but it didn't look like there was any other magic items in there.
Nope.
Oh, I hope
It's
they
a
weren't.
weird ass key.
Was there not enough for all of us, or well, I guess they didn't. Couldn't have known how many people were going to answer the thing. But she'll hold up the key. It's like, well, yeah, and you want to hold on to this, Kelsey?
Ooh. You
It's a
don't
neat
mind if I
key.
do.
I don't know what it's for, but it looks neat. It's probably got some history to it. Hope
Yep,
he didn't
he's gonna
leave it
take the
there on
key.
accident. It looks kind of important. And maybe it's
He's
a
gonna-
family keepsake. It definitely looks dwarven, I'd say.
He's gonna turn it over, take a look at it. Can you make an investigation check on it or anything? Any
Sure.
details, marks, or
You can make an investigation check.
I mean, I reckon at any rate we could just, bring it with us and hand it back off if
Yeah.
and we
true.
meet back up with them.
12.
It's it's a key.
It's a key.
It's a key. It's can't quite tell if it's iron or steel, but it's a key, and the handle thing is an anvil. So that's cool.
It's well crafted. Looks
Yeah.
good. I like the design of it.
Mhm.
Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. It just seems like a normal key. But if you want me to hold on to it, I'll hold on to it.
Just add this.
I think you can keep that safe, hopefully.
Oh yeah. And he's gonna kind of he's
Just didn't want you to be left out. What with everyone else grabbing something from a bag?
I see magical items on an almost daily basis back at the academy.
Yeah, but we're not at the academy anymore. Because these things are going to be a lot for
Yes, but
for her part.
Alistair didn't leave me with nothing. I've got a little surprise. It's that thing, that one thing.
Yeah,
you showed
no,
me.
I know.
Cool party trick.
It is.
Party
But
trick.
That's for another day.
I'm just gonna. I'll find a picture for that later.
But he's gonna open up his little side pouch, put the key in, little pat.
Pat, pat.
I shall be the key holder.
Keeper of the key, huh?
This guy's gonna
Ellen.
finish his dinner, his carrot, and
And s-
The
meat?
the
meat.
Question mark? It's the wrong color for meat.
the frog legs are gone, by the way.
Oh, good. This
Just
guy's
it took
gonna
him a while.
file out one by one.
So Rissy's
Once he's
just kind of
done.
keeping her eye on the rest of the tavern, just kind of seeing what's going.
Kane was it? You don't think we're all gonna die, do you? You just thought
Rissy,
most you were gonna die going
specifically
ahead.
make a perception check.
I left one day probably, but
Well, well, yes. I mean that is how life works, but
What kind of role you?
yeah, no,
what-
none
what
of us
kind
are
role you want
planning
there,
on
Rose?
dying anytime soon. We're all
Perception.
young here.
You want it public or
Doesn't matter.
all right?
no, but just again giving us possessions, them going ahead of the cart, even though it makes
Okay.
kind of sense, I would assume.
Doesn't make
Perhaps
much
to
business,
go ahead.
in my opinion. But who am I to judge?
You don't pick any. You don't pick up anything. It's a tavern. You're good, Rissy.
It's just weird.
It's interesting.
It's weird.
Kane asked her, "You don't think we're gonna die, do you, Kane? Kane, we're all gonna die eventually." I like, one day, yeah.
You know that 100% of people who drink water die.
Joke's on you. I don't drink water. I'm not a hydrated bitch.
You're gonna die sooner.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Hey, that's worse. You know that, right? Like that's worse.
I know it's worse. It's fine.
Could be.
So what's your story, anyways, Kane? So I mean, obviously, you know, me and Kelsey are traveling and looking for work, and I guess those two. I mean, I guess Reese dragged Maxwell into this. What about you? So like, what drew you to this job?
Needed money.
Yeah, you know, that's fair. Don't we all?
Money's money.
Taverns aren't cheap.
Evans aren't cheap.
Depending where you go.
Come across some cheap ones, but yeah, I mean, I don't like waking up with rats at my feet.
No, I would imagine most people wouldn't.
Some of them cheaper ones, you never know if you're gonna find. You never know if you're gonna find your coin pouch missing, or if
Some of them
your
smell
phone be
really
stolen.
weird.
What?
Some of them smell really weird.
Oh boy, how do they? Some you don't know if
Like, you know, just
Don't
that
know if you might-
unwashed mildew smell.
ew. See
Mm.
now, them places ain't halfling run. We don't stand for that.
You
But,
know,
Kelsey's
Kelsey.
muttering under her breath, "No, we don't."
Kelsey. I take back all the complaints I've ever made about you picking those ritzy taverns on the road. I was like, oh, we should save money, but you know,
The last
from
one.
what I'm
the last
hearing,
one.
like maybe it's just for the best that we didn't cheap out on some of those places.
It pays to have standards. And the last one we stayed at was a halfling one.
It was a halfling one in some weird place with mushrooms. No idea.
And then he's gonna utter some phrase in halfling.
Say again.
Oh, it was
Again,
it
you
was
have two
just
people who just like perk up.
it was something the tavern keep said last time we were there.
Freaking show off! You know that's like one of the languages I didn't have time to learn.
And it's okay.
It was on my list.
It's okay. I'll teach you. And
Well,
you get to then from some ta-da. I told you work study would be a fantastic opportunity.
No,
today.
yes, no, you're right. It was a good idea. That's why
Well,
I'm
hey,
here.
Max.
But
Gold, magical items. We're seeing the world.
we are. Gonna see Phandelver. Never heard of it before, but I'm sure it'll be something.
Yeah,
Let's just hope
reckon
we,
reckon you
let's
don't
just-
want to stay in no subpar taverns there. What'd you say? Kels? Anyway,
Yeah, name Kelsey Slangsall.
Hey.
But you can. Some of my
So,
friends have called me Kelsey.
Maxwell, make me a history check.
Okay.
Oh, unless you were, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good.
but yeah, y'all might want to stay. You might want to make sure you stay out of them
There we go.
them substandard taverns, cause fella like you know, they're people who reckon they could probably get a handle up on you. Could wake up with
Oh.
throat slit or something. Well, then you wouldn't wake up now, would you?
Now,
Sorry.
Yes, astute observation.
But if you stay in nicer places, and
Poor
Yeah.
Maxwell.
y'all seem to be doing all right for as much as you talk.
Just waiting on
I
that.
Max, you
suppose
say
we haven't been traveling terribly long.
Maxwell, for the last few minutes, you have gotten your ear talked off about the differences in wine made with grapes and muscadines and cherries, and you know more about wine now than you ever thought you could know. You were able. You didn't pry yourself away from Elka so much as you just kind of turned and left, and she continued on as if you didn't even need to be there in the first place. Oh no.
Oh, he's caught between two chatterboxes.
Maybe this is a halfling thing.
I reckon so.
Halfling fashion.
Yeah, that tavern keeper over there. I think she could talk to a wall and expect it to listen to her.
Looks like she's talking to air right now.
As she's like tidying her bottles, she's just muttering to herself. Seems very happy though.
I think he's crazy.
No more than
People-
any other halfling.
So are y'all just crazy?
I'll let you figure that out.
That is more in the
Maxwell.
realm of philosophical
Maxwell
questioning,
nodding.
and I'm not drunk enough for that. I'm not
There
drunk.
is still wine at the table.
Yeah, so he's not gonna get.
There's
Push his
still-
bottle closer.
I was gonna say, like, if you want to, like,
Cool.
we know it won't take much.
It doesn't take much, but it's good to have a little bit of wine. Good antioxidants. There's a lot of good chemicals in there. Boosts the immune system. Longevity. It's good for the heart.
We'll just start pouring more into his glass.
Misty's looking up at Maxwell being and just kind of like, "Are you following any of this?"
I don't think
Rissi-
anybody's following.
I don't even know where his first name begins and his last name. Where his first name ends, his last name begins. I'm going back over.
Well, let me make it easy
no,
for you.
It's all right. I'll be all right. Yeah, you're fine. It's you know, oh, my accent is going all flopperjaw.
I've had
Whopper
many
Jack.
people call me all sorts of names. Esther calls me
Really?
Kelsey,
Mhm.
but I've had others call me Kel, K, and anything in between.
That's the problem, though. I don't know where the in between is.
I'll just
That's
call
all
it
right.
Kill.
You just pick
It's
one.
called-
Whatever
you
works
just
best
call-
for you.
Then just stick with
I would
Kel.
hope you'd pick something a bit harder to say than K. K is really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Who called you K, Kelsey?
Me and the mates, we were at the tavern, a little bit too rambunctious.
You know, okay, that makes that makes sense.
Had a fella join in on drinking. He's half orc, kind fellow. No idea where he came from. He just showed up out of nowhere, and well, he called me K the whole night, and then yeah, it was about the end of it.
Elkis continues on your conversation as if you never left, and she's just pouring you more wine.
For the last 10 minutes, Maxwell has wanted nothing but to ask if they had any dessert pies that he prefers to eat away from the group.
Oh,
That's fair.
I feel like
There will be a break in Elkis's tirade. Let's say.
He'll just excuse wait, can I get a little? Can I get a slice of something for dessert, please? You got anything?
Of course you can. 1 second. Let me just
Oh, thank you, kind.
Why didn't you ask her?
Dessert, why didn't you just say so?
Well,
Honey.
you know, I was just
Sugar
listening.
cube.
I,
Great.
I was just
Okay.
listening. So, what you were saying was just so interesting. I couldn't.
It is so hard to find a good listener. You are so nice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I did try.
Continues to not shut up.
Yeah, there's a slice of. She's gonna get you a nice slice of pie. My brain went to pecan pie.
Pecan pie is good.
Hey, chat, is it pecan or pecan?
Yes.
Debate in the
you're wrong on both.
debate.
Pecan.
It's pecan.
Pecan.
It's not. It's pecan.
Pecan.
You pick
Regional
pecans,
differences.
but when you put it in a pie, it's a pecan pie.
It's pecan, not pecant. It's pecan pie.
minus the glasses. Maxwell, that's Maxwell's reaction to some of Richie's statements.
Right. I usually do pecan and pecan interchangeably.
It's pecan. There's
It's pecan. It's pecan or
there's nothing to lengthen the e.
pecan. Yeah, there is. We Southerners put random syllables everywhere.
Look, I like to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, but you're doing it wrong.
Blue, what do they say in Canada? What do they call pecans?
I
Pecans.
don't know.
You don't know? Okay, that's
I
fine.
don't like them.
Oh, fair enough.
That's fair.
There's
Yeah.
she's actually gonna bring out 2 pies. Then she'll bring out like a she's gonna bring out like a pecan pie, and
Yes, the correct way.
Just say neither and just go pecking.
yes, I like that.
Fine.
Perfect.
Ruin the fun for
Pecan pie.
everybody.
I appreciate
And
that you got a pecan pie here, but do you have a pecan pie too?
And she's
The
going
pecking pie.
and she's gonna bring out a different sort of pie that she's gonna call a bourbon pie. And apparently, bourbon pie is also made with pecans. What? I didn't know that.
You sound so
You're fine.
spiteful now when you're saying that.
No, it's walnut. Just kidding.
How did I didn't hurt you. Why are you?
No, eat it. That's debatable. I didn't hurt you, he says, running cursive Strahd.
You volunteered.
Which
Fridays
we
at
all
10
agreed to.
p.m.
hey,
Hey,
Rissy's hopped back up to the bar. He is
She's-
a real good listener, ain't he?
Ain't he though?
he's just trying to eat his pie while not opening
Scott.
his mouth any more than absolutely necessary.
There's a nice like homemade pecan pie, and there's a nice bourbon pie, which does have alcohol in it because it's made with bourbon, but it's got a chocolate and walnut filling.
Oh,
Oh, that looks really
Interesting.
good.
Doesn't it though?
Bourbon pie looks real good.
you know, it's surprising I ain't done jabbered both his ears off as long as he's known me. But I reckon that's just part of what makes him such a good listener.
Huh?
The good listeners always stick around, you know.
Sure do. But at any rate, he can't get rid of me even if he tried. Not that he's tried. Say more often he's the one who got to catch me.
Alcus is gonna kind of nod with like a more profound understanding than either of you two think it should be a thing. She's like, ah, yes, I see between the lines. I've connected the dots. I understand now.
Maxwell's just kind of staring off in the middle distance and eating.
Kelsey is babbling about something at the table.
Alcus will bring pie to everyone too, unless they prefer cake for some reason or something else.
Pie
He's gonna
sounds
bring
good.
dessert.
Oh, thank you very much.
Miles has decided to get down so I can
He's drawing the pie.
Finally
finally
sit back.
sit back in my chair.
This just gets more unhinged every second.
I'll just and she'll let you all know to let her know if she can get y'all anything else and all that good stuff before she goes back.
No, that should probably be it for the evening. I guess we'll wrap up our dessert and
The
should get some
minstrel
rest. We got a big
has-
day ahead of us.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rissy's gonna get a little dessert too, and
Oh,
just
that history check.
Oh, yeah.
Maxwell, as you eat your pie and you kind of ponder on the
Oh, he's pondering.
events of the evening, you sudden you sort of kind of remember the name Phandelver or Phandelin, not Phandelver. Roll credits. You seem to recall the name Phandelin from like one of your cousins or something that must have lived in like the Waterdeep area that you talked to
Hmm.
a while ago. It's been a minute, but you don't remember it being like a good place. You remember them mentioning that it was kind of a shithole. I mean, they do definitely have an orchard and a couple of things and a shrine and a couple of shops and a shrine, but you remember them describing it less as a prosperous mining town and more of a town that people are kind of leaving left and right.
Yeah.
Seems to be a town on more of its last legs than.
Maxwell sit there and,
Maybe that's what was weird about.
hey, Rissy.
Hmm?
Now,
Hmm?
my auntie's boy, Burr Barrel. I want to say the last reunion he said he lived in Phandelver for a little bit. He said it was kind of a, well, I'm not going to say his words. I'd blush to do so, but there was a not particularly nice place. I don't know if there can be a whole lot of money there. Maybe there'll be people to help. That'll be worth it.
reckon. I mean, I ain't never been there, but
Well,
you know,
yeah,
not really somewhere I'd get. Not really somewhere my folk used my folk. Well, they ain't my folk no more, but you know, not really somewhere I got sent.
yeah, this pie makes me think so.
Yeah.
There was a guy who was smart with numbers at the temple where I was an acolyte. He
Right?
said something. He was talking about circles. He said pi r squared.
No, they ain't.
No, cornbread squared. Pi r round.
Yeah.
Not so smart he was after all.
Cornbread can be round.
Cornbread can be rounded. In fact, I think a pie dish is the optimal way to cook cornbread, but that doesn't work for the
I like
bit.
to cook it in cupcakes.
It doesn't work for the
bit.
joke.
I love it. I love the joke. Makes me happy.
Put the last bite in his mouth and
So you reckon he was fibbing? Telling
Ow.
tales out of school?
Reese, I'm not so good at that. You know that.
I mean, you got a pretty good sense for these things, don't you?
Oh, he's probably helped me out, but I don't know.
Well, reckon somebody's got it all mixed up. That, or it's just been a while, and maybe things have turned around then.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe he's just desperate. Maybe they just really need someone to help.
Reckon
That-
so, and
That's
know,
what we do,
if-
ain't it?
yeah.
Hey. He's gonna give her a grin and kind of punch her on the shoulder, and then
she'll do it back because I mean, he's used to it, but it's got a little more force to it than it looks like her frame could show.
What's your AC?
dang.
Pretty good,
18.
actually. You guys aren't as squishy as I thought. Maybe you'll be okay.
Dang, Chris, you're gonna hurt me one of these days.
Sorry.
No.
Well, you know, the way I keep working with it, you know, I'm only going to get stronger. As she just kind of hits her fist against the palm of her other hand, just not with any real force, but just to make the sound.
You're gonna get scary enough. You're not gonna need me no more.
No, I don't know about all that. You're my friend.
Well, that's mighty kind of you to say.
This is just looking between the two of you like, friend.
Besides, who else would listen to me yammer on, and you know, especially when I'm up there on your shoulders, right next to your ears.
Rissy, maybe you don't realize this. You don't give people a choice but to listen to you yammer. There's literally nothing that anybody can do to stop you.
I mean, they can try walking away.
Well, that boy back there, that half elf boy back there, or
Yeah.
elf, I don't know what he is. Probably half elf. I don't. But
The
that
quiet
poor
word,
boy,
Warlocks, then Dragonborn, now half elves.
that poor boy back there, he ain't got no idea what's coming to him if he could be traveling with us. I know better than open my mouth. When I open my mouth, people start getting worried. You, though,
No.
he's gonna like bare his teeth at Rissy.
Pshaw. I don't know. That Kels feller back there, I reckon he could, give me a run for my money. On jabbering.
Oh, it's gonna be a long trip to Phandelver.
She's just gonna grin. Just kind of shrug up her shoulders and grin.
It's about a day's ride.
Be a long
Don't
day.
worry. Don't worry. I won't ask if we're there yet. Unless I'm trying to be annoying. Don't worry. I won't. I won't try and be annoying. We're supposed to be on a job.
Mhm.
Speaking of the road to Phandelver, let me get something set.
Having had more to drink than usual, being that he had more than one glass of wine, it's about this time that I think that Max will be heading towards bed.
Oh, this map is not big.
See, Rissy will be following after him shortly, because how else can she? She's tiny.
Easy. Small.
Shortly.
Sure.
Oh, I get it now.
I get it.
Jade got me.
I get it.
I saw the look on your face, Jade.
Yeah.
I am unapologetic.
As
For
you should be.
sure. Well, there it is.
But yeah, she'll be following suit and going to bed.
Now, there are accommodations. There's a little way upstairs and stuff. And your accommodations are apparently paid for, so that's rad.
That is
Convenient.
Very
Really
convenient. So,
All right.
while they're retiring, what is this other group doing?
I'm probably following suit shortly. I mean, I assume that we just had dinner, we had dessert. It's getting
Mhm.
late. Got to hit the road
Kelsis
tomorrow.
is winding down about some, I'd say, conversation, but so far we know better. It's more of a lecture.
Right.
Kane, how are you
Hand on,
feeling?
just cheek on hand, just listening. Bored.
I was about to ask how you feel about the company you find yourself with.
Oh dear.
Just zoning out.
Right.
Using a lot of big words that he just doesn't
Oh.
know. And it's just okay.
Lots of big words.
Lots of big words, lots of words.
You're not like a super magic you're not super
Mm.
magically inclined, so
But that's all. That's all just common. That's just common speak for everything. So I don't mean to talk your ear off.
You sure?
I am a bit long-winded. I do apologize. Aster's been helping me
Have
get
more to
better
drink?
at it.
Might make your throat must be dry.
That's what the drinks are for, I suppose. Though again, yeah, you do have to be careful with those.
Would drink
Yeah.
more, but we got a big morning ahead of us.
We
Don't
do?
want to get too inebriated about it.
No.
I'll sleep it off.
Now I have a feeling you want to get me drunk.
Be funny.
But yeah, sorry, we didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation, Kane. Like I could have tried harder to rope you in. I'm sure you've got your own perspective on things. Like again, that is what we're out here to do. Is learn from other people instead of just discussing things amongst ourselves. Like we already know our own perspectives pretty well.
I'm not so good with the magic.
But you're good at something. There's something we can learn from you. We just got to figure out what it is.
I mean, I can maybe tell you about trees.
Yeah, trees. You can always learn more about those.
I mean, you guys are obviously studied folk. I doubt it.
Sorry, what?
oh Kane, baby, I love you. I could tell you about trees, maybe. Kane's
Well,
gonna
I
get
guess
the...
you can point them out as when we're on the road then.
Yeah, you probably already know. So, it's fine.
Sorry,
Just, like, doesn't even know what to say.
all I can picture is like, oh yeah, you could probably point them out. Trees, the road. They're just like tree, 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 tree. One's an ashwood. That one's a white oak. That one's a pine. What the fuck's a pine doing here? This isn't well, whatever.
I spy a horizontal log, a vertical log. Drink.
A vertical log. That was an underrated movie.
So are we all resting?
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
plan.
All right.
Sure am.
Yep.
What are you guys doing?
Another secret conversation.
Apparently.
No, it's not.
What are
Are
y'all?
If you've just been on this wavelength like just the whole night, like
The whole night.
Yeah.
Oh,
you keep like literally ducking out of you.
Well,
Sometimes we play D&D, y'all.
Sometimes we do. All right, let's hit the road. Assuming nothing ridiculous happens overnight.
sorry.
We're good.
yep.
You
We're
sure?
good. We're good.
No.
You sure?
Absolutely not. So, you all wake up the next morning. It's not dawn, but it is breakfast time. Elkis will serve breakfast in the morning. A nice hearty breakfast of scrambled eggs, some potato wedges, some bacon,
Ooh.
some French toast, and a fancy. She's got good coffee. You're pretty sure there's bourbon in the coffee or whiskey in the coffee, but there's coffee.
Start with some hair of the dog.
There's there's on the breakfast menu. There's just a Bloody Mary. So it's fine.
Is there
And
tea?
outside where the horses are tied up is indeed a cart. It's being tended to by the stable hand, but he will give you the cart once he knows that you're working for Mr. Gundren. The cargo is covered in a tarp to keep prying eyes away.
What y'all
and-
reckon's under here?
Take a peek.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I wonder if that has something to do with the amount we're being charged for it.
You guys are smuggling drugs into Phandelver.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I mean,
They won't
devil's
notice I'm
lettuce.
missing, right?
Right. You know, we
I mean-
can check once we're on the road.
Elven chamomile.
Maybe.
I mean,
Oh,
Rissy is
yeah.
absolutely gonna take a peek because she's nosy.
So you take a peek and there's
40.
carts and barrels. Huh?
40 kilos of Neverwinter Bam Bam.
Bam bam. There's a. So you take a peek and there's barrels and there's crates. It seems to be fine. There's like a seal on them of you can only assume is the Rock Seeker's seal on the things.
Seeing that Rissy is snooping where she was paid not to,
We weren't paid not to snoop.
minding business
It's
that's not
implied.
her own,
Sticking her nose into places.
Maxwell, in an effort to keep her on her own self-determined path, wants to try to pick her up under the arms and just like hoist her up and walk her down the cart.
Dang it!
Hey,
Dang it, Max.
There's nothing
Just
wrong
put me-
with a good, healthy curiosity.
Dang it! Put me
Oh.
down. They didn't say I couldn't look.
Her curiosity is not healthy.
She sticks her tongue out at him and blows a raspberry at him.
Sometimes the hardest things is to not give into the desires that just drive us.
Oh, you see, Rissy? Listen to that dragon. He's smart now.
What did you see, Reese?
Oh, seems pretty all right to me. I mean, just
Nothing.
marked
special.
marked with I guess the family crest and just a bunch of barrels and boxes.
Oh, fair enough. I guess don't know. I
None
was
were
expecting
open.
something more interesting,
None
but
were open.
there's nothing wrong with that.
All of them seemed pretty well shut. All right.
I guess that still doesn't
Fine.
explain what's in them, but yeah, we definitely shouldn't be breaking any seals. I'm sure they'll be inspecting that once it arrives.
Oh, I reckon
So we'll find out
they
once we
probably
get
would.
there.
Besides, that would be against the path that I set for myself. Max is right.
Fine, I'll be good.
Path?
Okay, but for real, Max, you can put me down.
Alright. Just
I don't
Dangling from him from him like picking you up this whole time.
I don't trust you.
set her down.
So who wants to drive the cart?
Oh.
Who does want to drive the cart? Who has land vehicle proficiency?
Not on me.
Anybody?
Probably nobody.
Kelsey will probably volunteer for it, even though he's probably
Oh.
like the least.
Oh.
Max
He's
has
knowledgeable,
handle animal.
but
You could
I'm
roll animal
okay,
handling.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Approach that horse and roll animal handling. Let's do it.
I mean, you know, we had
oh,
That horse is good. You approach the horse.
all horses
It's a
are
good boy. Its snoot is soft and velvety, and it kind of snuffs at you looking for food. But it seems totally fine with you holding the reins and such.
You Mr. Horse, you got a poor taste, but appreciate you.
Oh.
Huh.
Are we continuing?
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go.
Alrighty. And off y'all go on the wagon. Trey, where are we on time?
We are
Probably.
at 15 minutes.
Couple.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Just
dang,
enough.
okay.
Awesome. Set this up and so you all travel. Roll me another animal handling check as you go. As you continue on.
Oh boy.
Kind of slow going. You start off really well, and then suddenly the horse just starts getting distracted. You know, starts kind of veering off. Bucking, doesn't really want to. Seems like it kind of doesn't want to do its job. You know, but
That makes more sense.
it'll continue on. That's fine. Reluctantly, but it does take you almost. It does slow down your traveling. And it does take you almost to the evening time to get, let's see, to get almost there.
Oh,
You're
okay.
you're a little over halfway there, but it is almost evening time. You guys should have absolutely been basically there by now.
Oh.
But so,
The horse is being stubborn.
the horse is being stubborn. It's a big draft horse. Doesn't, you know. So you've been traveling for about that much, and as you come around a bend, let's put you all over here. And we're just gonna have to use our imagination for at some point because this map doesn't have a thing.
The map doesn't have a thing.
Hopefully everything that should be invisible is invisible.
Oh, this looks like a great stretch of road. It's not
I see nothing.
ambushable or anything.
As you come around the bend, you spot two dead horses
Oh.
sprawled out about 50 feet ahead of you.
Okay,
Blocking the
well,
path.
I guess your instincts might have been right, Kane. I don't want to assume it's them, but, you know, it's probably them.
Here.
Hey, Kane, you make a bet on them being dead?
Nobody else agreed with me, so they all thought I was the weird one.
Well, if
Any-
if you made a bet on it, you would have made some money.
Are there any bodies or signs of struggle?
No, each of the horses have several. Actually, hang on, let me. This is
But
not
yeah, we
the
don't
right
see any
move.
bodies with the horses.
No
we just-
bodies with the horses. No, but let's do this.
Oh,
There we go. That'll work, sure. I'll stop the wagon. Each of the horses have several black feathered arrows sticking out of them. The woods press close to the trail here with a steep embankment and dense thickets on each side.
Hmm.
I think shields on.
Yeah, so
well, so yeah, what's the plan, team? I need to check it out, or at the very least, we'll need to clear the road to get by.
Well,
Maxwell's already.
I can
okay.
give her a shove. Somebody wants to come give me a hand. Not you, Rissy.
Okay, fine.
No offense, but you know why.
Fine.
You're a dragonborn, and you're strong, aren't you?
Yeah.
Me
Assumption.
looking at his strength stat right now.
I forgot how strong he is. Not terribly, but I think he's still stronger than Aster. So
Yes, let's go get this done. We can get back on the
all
road.
right, be careful.
Yes, I'll be back, Esther.
See here.
Still got plenty of things to do.
Let me just do a roll real quick. Private GM roll, yes. Okay, neat. This is gonna be this plus that.
I hate to say it, but these black arrows don't probably don't spell the most optimum outcome.
You want to, if you want to make an investigation check,
He would like to make an investigation check.
go ahead.
Investigate.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
oh my!
Paying attention, ain't you?
Paying very close attention. You
He
somehow, your Dragonborn eyes saw everything. Last night you saw them, your two proprietors, at the stables somehow, looking at these very two horses.
Yeah, we guessed
They've
it was.
been
guess we have
dead for
confirmation.
about a day, which you know makes sense if they left at dawn. Now it's evening, so they've been dead about a day, and it's very clear that the arrows killed the horses. The
I mean,
saddlebags have been looted, and nearby lies an empty leather map case.
Empty leather map case.
Or no, the map case is not empty. Just kidding, but it's a map case.
Can we grab the map case?
You can grab the map case.
Just curiosity is piqued.
Let me 1 second. Let me read ahead real quick. I've run this before. I just want to make sure we're good.
As much as I'd like to be optimistic about this, Max,
Your total character passive perception scores. Neat. Okay.
Oh.
oh boy.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What score?
Don't
Sorry,
worry
does
about
that exist? Does that exist? Probably not. For Kelsey, the man who talks to himself and everyone's ear off. No, he doesn't perceive anything.
He was very busy looking at those horses.
Yeah.
About the time before I move on, Maxwell and anyone else, are you guys doing anything else?
Max is kind of trying to pay attention to what Kelsey's saying, but mostly he's just trying to figure out how he's going to move his cart.
Fair enough.
He's not entirely sure Kelsey's actually going to be able to help.
Hate to admit it, but these seem to be benefactors from the other night.
And about that time
Ow.
that you recognize that they are your benefactor, that they are indeed your benefactors from the other night, and pick up that leather case. Is anyone else doing anything?
No, just
I
like
mean,
watching anxiously from the cart.
Fair enough.
She's just kind of pacing.
Yeah.
She's not getting too close, but she's close enough. Because she's a little nervy.
Looking around and seeing if anything's coming after our cart.
Well, hey, you do that, and 4
Oh.
goblins appear.
Oh, wonderful. Goblins.
This is where we will end it tonight.
Oh boy.
Well, gold
All
darn
right.
it.
Shoot.
Them
Why
little
is
hognose
Aster still
bastards.
labeled as Jade's character?
Is that wrong, though?
No, but
She should absolutely have a name. I mean, it's
yeah, I've
Everyone
changed it
has a
several
name.
times. It keeps like
Oh,
the
hang on.
token on the token. I think.
You need to
Because
change
you
the
have
default
to-
token.
you have to do. There we go. Now she
Wait.
should be done.
Okay.
It's weird. So, we shall end it there. Thank you all
boy.
for joining us tonight on this Monday, Wednesday stream. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, join our Discord server. Ask us a question on Tumblr. Who knows? We might answer with some art or in character or something. Might answer it in
might.
stream and such. So
And be sure to catch us this Friday at 9 p.m. Central for Curse of Strahd, and next week for the next installment of Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Yeah,
yes,
can't
we are
wait.
going to we're going to be
Lemop.
doing these every Wednesday in slightly more bite-sized
Yeah, that's
ones
gonna be
than
Installments.
Curse of Strahd. Curse of Strahd is a full 4 hours. Phandelver is going to be more like a 2-hour.
Is it 4 hours?
Yeah,
It's it's about a
Okay.
three,
about 4
three,
hours.
three and a
Three to
half.
4.
Bite
So-
size.
Until then, y'all have fun. And remember that the meta is always futile.
Hey.
She said it.
We're gonna get a catchphrase, I swear. It'll be great.
We already have a
Bye,
catchphrase.
Twitch.
Right.
Bye.
Take care.